Hey, did you know that the first video game I ever played was Super Mario World? When I was 4 years old, I was introduced to gaming for the first time with a fancy-pantsy-dancy Tom Clancy Super Nintendo Entertainment System, aka the SNES. Super Mario World was essentially a metaphorical super spring for me to jump on and propel myself into the next 24 years of gaming.
Growing up, man, I spent hours of my life stomping Koopas.
Back in December 2020, I decided I wanted to actually give streaming a go. So I figured a playthrough of my first ever video game would be the perfect game to kick off my streaming career. Anyways, here's how my playthrough went, which is what the video is about.
Welcome, this is Dinosaur Land. In this strange land, we find that Princess Toadstool is missing again. Looks like Bowser's at it again. Way to just put the blame on Bowser, man. What if he didn't do it this time, you know? He did. Spoiler.
That's the literal introduction to the game. The game starts with 2 levels to choose from, Yoshi's Island 1 and Yoshi's Island 2, or Yoshi's house.
What the hell, Yoshi? Get a job. Buy an actual... He lives under 3 trees and he built a chimney.
I obviously play Yoshi's Island 1 first because it's really unethical to play Yoshi's Island 2 first, and I will report you to the proper authorities if I find out that you played Yoshi's Island 2 before Yoshi's Island 1. I aced the first level essentially with an applause, but do whiff the finish. I then ascend the world's tallest ladder, which atop sits a button that will immediately benefit me in the next few levels, only to change my mind for the sake of a challenge. I'm a gamer after all. On Yoshi's Island 2, I immediately burned the local wildlife in the name of Daenerys Stormborn of House Targaryen, the first of her name, Queen of the Andals and the First Men, Protector of the Seven Kingdoms, the Mother of Dragons, the Khaleesi of the Great Grass Sea, the Unburnt, the Breaker of Chains. I even have a dragon just like her. The rest of the level takes 12 seconds and I continue my streak of whiffing the goalpost. I climb up to the Yellow Switch Palace for realsies this time. It's essentially a bank vault full of coins and a nuclear block button that when pressed deploys yellow blocks across the entirety of Dinosaur Land. And the animation's really funny for it, but I'd like to imagine it's more like that scene in Terminator 3. I also left Yoshi behind. This palace is a major upgrade from his rundown shithole that he had before. I then head to Yoshi's Island 3 where the truth is uncovered.
The big coins are dragon coins. If you pick up 5 of these in one area, you'll get an extra Mario. What? What? You get whole extra Mario? Okay, I was lying. You don't get a whole life. You get another Mario. Can you imagine more than one Mario?
I demonstrate the harsh reality of being a Yoshi Mount in Dinosaur Land, only to then face the harsh reality of karma, and suffer for my very first death due to me not calling a yeet.
I didn't say yeet and I died. I threw the shell, hit the other turtle, fell to my death because I didn't say yeet.
Fortunately, I had 13 more Marios exiting cryosleep, and the next Mario said yeet and I got to move on. Yoshi's Island 4 is a hybrid land/water level. Majority of the level is hopping on little islands floating on water while dodging Staryu from Pokemon. Also Cat Kiss.
Oh, look at the cactus! It's a cat! It's a cactus!
With 4 levels cleared and a yellow button stomped on, I finally head for our first boss level, Iggy's Castle. This castle adds a unique game mechanic which involves... Wait. Hold on. It adds something much more interesting.
Boop. Look at the back pocket. Look at that. Look at the cake on this guy. Look at that. Fucking Mario's dummy.
Anyways, you can kick and punch Koopas on the chain link fence, which reminds me of the nuke scene in Terminator 2. The biggest reason for me to play this game on stream was for me to take a nostalgia dive into my first video game, which allows me to present random trivia like this.
I always thought the lava looked like Nintendo 64 controllers as a kid. I didn't have a Nintendo 64. I didn't have an older brother who had a Nintendo 64. So I knew what the controllers looked like because I held one. Okay, fun fact. Okay, I'm sharing all nostalgia about this game. These doors remind me of cookies, of these wafers. I don't remember what the wafers are called, but there's these wafer cookies that my grandparents would always have. It reminds me of those. Those remind me of poop. Don't think that I thought of them as poop when I was a kid, but they remind me of poop now.
So yeah, first castle's that easy. It's the first one after all. Like, come on, they expect 5-year-olds to beat this shit. And that was 4. I would normally recap what happens here, but I think my first take during the stream is better than anything I could type in voiceover right now.
Mario has defeated the invented Iggy Koopa in Castle number 1 and rescued Yoshi's friend who is still trapped in an egg. Together, they now travel to Donut Land.
Mario's Intel is incorrect though, and it's actually Donut Plains that I travel to. Donut Plains 1 introduces the focal power-up of the video game, I mean it's on the cover, the cape. I play some baseball, the game teases the first secret exit to me, however it's not accessible at the moment. And I score 25 points and move on to Donut Plains 2, which is a cave, not a plains. It's a slow-paced moving level with not much challenge to it. However, I do still get killed by the unstoppable force of a screen. Imagine being Mario and getting squished by an invisible force. That's terrifying. I do, however, escape the invisible force and remember where the secret area in the cave is, thus allowing me to unlock the Green Switch Palace and populate the world with green blocks, allowing me to return to Donut Plains 1 and Naruto run up a wall and into Donut Secret 1, which is unfortunately a water level. Us gamers hate those. But us gamers do love sucking some helium and ascending up caverns to gather psychedelics and RKO out of nowhere a turtle. I exit Donut Secret 1 and enter our first ghost house called Donut Secret House, which is fairly straightforward. Unlocking a path to Donut Secret 2, which is an icy cavern, which isn't a common level type in this game.
There's like a... That is a pink pipe! I did it again! The stupid ice physics on the pipes. Oh, this is fun. So fun! No, what? Uh-oh. Fuck.
And I slide in the finish finally. After beating Donut Secret 2 on the first try, I now have access to Donut Plains 3, skipping what was intended to be the first ghost house entirely. Donut Plains 3 is an uneventful level where you just ride floating platforms and hit switches, but I do create some Mario lore.
I'm a man now. Look at me. I was small, but then I got that, and now I'm big. I don't know what it's supposed to be, though. Reminds me of candy, or maybe a hair salon parlor. I don't get haircuts, because I'm Mario. Mario doesn't change. Mario just looks the same. He wears the same overalls. He has the same kind of games, you know. Mario's all about familiarity.
I return to Donut Plains 2 to finish the level, but only after falling down a hole.
Come on, still, jeez, hurry up. Oh!
Donut Ghost House is completed by literally walking through a door and climbing a vine. Donut Plains 4 is only worth mentioning because it has Goombas. Morton's Castle has Geodude and Golem from Pokemon. Look at all these Pokemon Easter eggs. Pokemon wasn't even out yet. It also has platforming. But the best part is the Morton boss fight, which has always been one of my favorites as a kid, and it always gives me a craving for Italian delicacies.
And I don't know why, when Morton does that, he makes me want to eat raviolis. Super random.
I then plunge into Vanilla Dome 1, a cavern that is painted with what I can only assume is baby shit, but also has a puzzle that I will dub block scaffolding, because that sounds cool. The second section is a 150-meter star dash. Third section has some beetle hazards, but the real hazard occurs when a hole and my thumb get involved. I probably could have worded that a little bit better. Vanilla Dome 2 is a hybrid between a cave and a water level. Vanilla Ghost House has a guest appearance from the SpongeBob's very own Dirty Bubble.
It's the Dirty Bubble in all his dirty roundness.
I return to Vanilla Dome 2 and immediately find a secret exit leading to the Red Switch Palace, allowing me to spread my red seed. His words, not mine.
Spread my red seed.
Except I am him, unfortunately. Why did I say that? This allows me to find a secret exit in Vanilla Dome 1, which leads to Vanilla Secret 1, which has trampolines made of peas. People leaves. Clearing this level leads to a pipe taking me to Vanilla Secret 2, which takes place during World War II, apparently? What's the secret of Vanilla Secret 3? The secret is that there's Overquill from Pokemon Legends Arceus, and there's Fennezen from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. They teased Pokemon that were going to come out like 25 years later. That's very secretive, right? The final level in the secret section is Vanilla Castle, which is essentially like a mini boss level. Unfortunately, this castle is flooded, infested, and hazardous, but I get through it without dying. Until the Reznor. Not Trent Reznor, this Reznor.
It's the Reznor. Oh, I thought it would end as soon as I killed him, so I just went for it.
It's at this moment that I realize I am missing about 20 lives from a previous stream. I realized that when you save and close the game out and reload the game, you actually get reset back to 5 lives. Fortunately, I had a save state that I reloaded, which gave me all my lives back. However, I have to beat Vanilla Secret 3 again. So while I catch up back to the castle, let me tell you about today's sponsor for the video. It's me. That's right, I paid myself to advertise myself. Do you like video games? Do you like me? Please like me. Do you like watching me play video games? Then twitch.tv/HatchedGeneration is for you. I am currently transitioning out of episodic Let's Play content on my YouTube channel, and I'm instead streaming video games on Twitch and uploading the VODs on the YouTube, and then hopefully making videos on those video games I complete on Twitch for YouTube. Does that make sense? Kind of like this one. You can stop by my stream and chat with me, watch me play a video game, and it'll eventually be a fully fleshed out video later, and you could say, hey, I was a part of that. The games I play are randomly decided from a pool of video games with titles I want to play and titles that viewers want me to play. I upload the list of games into marbles on stream and run a simulation race, and the winning marble is the game I play on stream. So yeah, stop on by. I tweet every time I go live on my Twitter account, which is in the description of this video, and the link is on screen right here, right now. Type that into your URL and hit follow. Did I beat the level yet? No, I'm actually talking about that one time I publicly executed a fish. Oh my god, I hate this fish. You don't understand. I wanna. When I was little, we had a fish tank, right? And I had this fish named Nemo, and I had this fish named Coral. No, not Coral. What was her name? I had a pink fish. I had a red fish named Nemo. He didn't look like a clownfish or anything. I just named him Nemo. And then I had a pink fish. I don't remember what its name was. But they were like my two favorite fish, and as a kid I was like, oh yeah, they're husband and wife, or whatever kids think about fish. And we got this one fish. It was a tiger fish. It looked cool, had tiger stripes. So I'm like, oh yeah, tiger, he's cool looking tiger fish. And tiger fish started killing other fish in the tank. He killed Nemo. He killed Nemo's wife, and I hated that fish. And I was so sad, and I was crying, and my mom was like, oh no. And my mom and I, we publicly executed this fish, this tiger fish. He was alive still. We flushed him down the toilet because he was killing all the other fish. What we didn't know is he was an aggressive breed of fish. Definitely shouldn't have been put in that fish tank. I take no responsibility. I was just a kid, alright? Blame my parents for that. Back at the res door, I get fireballed, but come back closer and win. Butter Bridge 1, the worst bridge in the world, at least in the Super Mario world. Although there are elements of a bridge, the level mostly consists of shiitake mushrooms that shrink when you stand on them, flying Koopas to use as sky steps, floating platforms that drop when you stand on them, block bridges that you need to flip up through. That's like not a bridge. Also, the level ends like a mile higher up than we started. Like vertically, you start a mile down and end a mile up. That's not how bridges work. Bridges don't go up. Fun level, but not a bridge. I rated a 6 out of 10. I'm rating levels now. Butter Bridge 2, however, has all of the bridge that Butter Bridge 1 lacks, but is definitely not smooth like butter, like a criminal undercover. Is that how they sing that song? Do you get it? It's a reference. Please laugh at my jokes. This entire secret path serves as an alternate route to Castle 4, home to the streamer and the Game Awards 2022's Content Creator of the Year, Ludwig. In this castle, where the walls are made of flaming hot Cheetos, you navigate narrow hallways while dodging stage hazards and bony beetles. It's a pretty straightforward Oh my god, the ceiling is crashing down and there's an escalator? Hello? Is this a shopping mall? Is Macy's having a 25% off discount everything must go sale? Nope, just comes cage fights. Jump on one of YouTube's biggest streamers' heads and also throw his home at the Sentient Hills head. With Castle 4 demolished, Mario makes his way for Castle 3 because 4 is before 3, therefore 3 not before 4. But Vanilla Dome 3 do be before Castle 3. This was one of my favorites as a kid. Some of these human skulls are adhesive together and float on lava, which doesn't seem physically possible, so maybe it's actually tomato soup. Definitely has me craving tomato soup. I get a hold of a cape and remember a hidden moon in this cave, granting me 3 lives to make up for the deaths I stopped keeping track of a quarter way through this video. Make it to the smoke shop and I can move on to Vanilla Dome 4. At least the level names are easy to keep track of. Vanilla Dome 4 is outside, but we're inside a cave. Not sure what that's about. Also, there's gunfire. Why is there so much gun violence in Vanilla Dome 4? This isn't very Mamma Mia. I make it to the end though. Our 4th castle, which is Castle 3, is home to a Sony PlayStation Wizard. Everything else in the castle doesn't matter except for the boss fight, which is actually the only time Mario does plumbing in this game, I think. Lemmy literally looks like a turd stuck in pipes and Mario has to flush them out. And then a sledgehammer is home. Cheese Bridge area is the next level. Not cheese bridge. Cheese bridge area. It has parts of a bridge. No cheese. But there are mushrooms and chainsaws. Chat came up with the lore that the cheese was expired and required chainsaws to cut through it. I like the creativity, but there still isn't any cheese. Cookie Mountain also lacks cookies, but the level's cool. Has moles that you need to avoid. Also gotta watch out for that ass thunder. You also have to worry about this purple pipe. It's flooded and has 3 ugly fucks inside of it, but the worst part about it, the lore of the purple pipe, because I can't stop going in it for some reason. Completing Cookie Mountain takes me back to Ludwig's Twitch channel, and now I'm in the Forest of Illusion. Forest Illusion 1 is pretty easy with Yoshi. Well, it's still easy if you get the star power. Well, you know what? Instead of beating the level, you can just huff some gas and go right into this hole here to visit the Forest Ghost House. It's a ghost house. Nothing special. However, if you beat Forest of Illusion 1, you get to jump into a lake. But hey, if you swim into this hole right here, you can go to the Blue Switch Palace. And yeah, there's a blue switch that does the whole blue switch thing. But most importantly, you can do this in the palace.
EP.
If you swim to the Forest of Illusion 2, you'll end up at Forest Illusion 3, which makes sense, right? What doesn't make sense is me looping around to play Forest of Illusion 4. You like turtles? I like turtles. This guy hates turtles, which is why he throws them out of his cloud at dangerous heights. Beating the level makes a path back to Forest of Illusion 2, and that's the illusion part. All these levels have secret exits, which are the real exits. I did not realize that until editing this video, actually. I absolutely love this level. You jump onto a platform with wings that moves at 5 miles per hour, but the background makes it look like you're flying at like 60 miles per hour, all the while turtles are flying in the sky, acting as obstacles for the course. Could you imagine going on a hike in the woods and looking up and just seeing turtles flying about? That's so fucking cool. This is a 10 out of 10 level with a 1 out of 10 landing. This level brings me to a forest castle. Ceiling shit, buzzsaws, flaming hot Nintendo 64 controllers. This castle has all the stage hazards it can think of. But after encountering so many secret exits, the indoor lava pool makes me believe that it's hiding its own secret. Truthfully, I didn't know for sure if there was or not, but I sought out a cape and was... Well, I went and got another cape and made sure to be extra careful. Okay, so I didn't find out if there was a secret area over there. I went through the boss door and found more Reznors, but this time flawlessly executed Operation Reptile. Reptile's a 9 Inch Nails song. But a Google search did reveal to me that there are 9 1-ups across that lava pool, which I never knew about, and I will never see with my own eyes. Oh hey, a star! In Forest of Illusion 3, there are a lot of bubbles and a lot of Goombas that you could throw at other Goombas. And bombs. I beat the level and unlocked this cool path and go back and kind of struggle to find the secret exit.
It was nothing! Alright, now I know. Now I know. Alright, the game over was scripted.
But eventually I go down the right pipe and into this hole, which takes me to Roy's castle. From what I remember, this was my favorite castle as a kid because you just ride these blocks that move like feces through your large intestine. Why did I write that? And this is the Roy fight. And then we blow up his house, Looney Tunes style.
Oh no.
Then we arrive to an island made of chocolate. Except we're not even on the island yet. Make it make sense. Anyways, remember the story of how the dinosaurs went extinct? How an Italian man on the back of a lizard stomped on the dinosaurs? Yeah, that's what happened here on Chocolate Island 1. And remember the part about how he flew out of a cannon over a chasm only to jump off his lizard while it ate a turtle, plummeting to his death? Yeah, all a true story, man. The Chocolate Ghost House is a difficult one for the casual player. You're being fished with fire, the floors move, some of the platforms are actually ghosts, and the exit is only accessible with a cape or a veteran difficulty spin jump on the enemy ghost centipedes. I kind of combine both methods by flying into a ghost centipede and damage boosting through them. How is that at all related to a spin jump, you're asking? Shut up. Chocolate Island 2 is an all-out feast, and I give the useful tip to future kids to have a rich friend so you can have fun experiences that your middle-class family can't provide you. Because that's what I did growing up.
My best friend was, his family had more money than my family, so they always had cool shit. They always had like swimming pools and like trampolines and shit. But I remember we jumped on a trampoline and we went through like 4 trampolines because the same thing would always happen to where the springs would just go propelling off. And at a certain point, after you lose so many springs, it's just not safe anymore. And so his parents would be like, new trampoline. And I was like, this is nice. My tip to any future generations of kids, get a best friend who has money. Get to do cool shit.
Chocolate Island 3 is all about the money, money, money. We just want to make the world dance. There are 2 exit goal posts on this level. I went for the second one, first revealing a path to a fortress. Alternatively, if you grab the first goalpost, you reveal this path.
Hello?
It's a chocolate donut. Chocolate Fortress is reminiscent of my time in 3rd grade. Sharp pencils, fireballs, and murky water. And at the end of the fortress...
Trent Reznor, 9 Inch Nails.
Chocolate Island 4 gives me a certain level of excitement. This level takes place inside a cave with moving pieces of earth and chocolate lakes. If every palace switch was switched on, then there's a nice one-up mushroom grinding location right here. Chocolate Island 5 is probably the least memorable level in this game. I enter Wendy's and jump over their bread cutters, blenders, and deep fryers, and deep fry Wendy herself, and then delete her restaurant.
So I could go back to Chocolate Island too.
Somehow between streams, I learned that to access the secret exit in Chocolate Island 2, you apparently need to speedrun the first area to get to a hidden area that has a key and a keyhole that takes you to a pipe that takes you to Chocolate Secret? Chocolate Secret? Whatchamacallit? Mr. Goodbar? Kit Kat? Hershey's? Which chocolate is it? What's the secret in Chocolate Secret? It's fucking footballs, apparently. Chocolate Secret was Tom Brady's secret, because this course is his training regime, I swear. Anyways, getting past there is a shortcut to Wendy's, so I guess Tom Brady also ate a lot of spicy chicken sandwiches and Frosties, which might have been his downfall in the 2022 NFL season, to be honest. The Sunken Ghost Ship is the only good water level and ghost level in the entire game, and has always been so memorable to me my entire life. It is 50% challenging and 50% fun, which is the perfect balance for any Mario level. I rank it a 10 out of 10, which is impressive feat for any water level in any video game to earn for me. The level concludes with a star power-up and a free fall down an endful chasm of enemies who are also free falling, and then the level completes by touching an orb. I fucking love orbs. And finally, after all I've been through, all the Goombas, dinosaurs, and turtles that I have eradicated has all led me into the Valley of Bowser set of levels. Valley of Bowser 1 is the most memorable late game level that has stuck in my head ever since I played it as a kid. It's a horizontal cave level with multiple elevations with multiple challenges, whether it be moles, sportsmen, blocks, trick falls. I think any kid playing this game would benefit from it because it kind of makes you think a bit more about what you're doing and how to get past the level. Valley of Bowser 2 is a cave level where the floor moves up and down, requiring you to show the utmost patience as you work with the challenging elevation to navigate through the cave. I aced it first try, but realized that there's a secret exit I need to locate. There were Yoshi wings, so I tried to get through with Yoshi, but turns out that isn't the way to find the secret. I know it somehow involves the cape and flying at a certain point, but unfortunately I somehow lost my patience. 100% my fault. 100% my fault. Finally though, I get through the difficult part of the course, and when it's finally time to take flight...
Alright, so basically...
Oh! And unfortunately, in my lowest moment, I hit my desk and disconnected my controller, causing me to have to reset the game. Fortunately, I redeem myself and make it to the secret area. I do offer me throwing myself and the key down a hole for a donation of $1 or more within the next minute. Unfortunately, nobody donated, so I had to stay poor, and instead I progressed the video game. The secret path unlocks Valley Fortress, where I can finally complete the sin of defeating the Reznors once again. However, this fortress is the toughest one yet. There's a lot of traps and pain on the way to the Reznors, especially since I have to go through it 7 times before I eventually... capital G, these Starfuckers Incorporated like a head in a hole. Only the perfect drug can play the goddamn part of biting the hand that feeds. Only this isn't the place to get down in it. How's that for 9 Inch Nails references in one sentence? Or was that too much? That might have been too much. The Valley Ghost House is honestly also a good ghost level. It's confusing and ups the amount of trickery that these ghost houses are known for. There are many, many doors, and you need to parkour and use P-blocks and be fast. I find the exit, but my childhood memories come to the forefront of my Yahoo! Head and remind me that there is a section accessible by flight, so I make it my goal to find the secret exit before progressing towards Bowser. However, I find no luck in finding the secret area. Where I thought it was, it actually wasn't, so I think a cape is not needed for the secret. I know there is some sort of trick at this P-switch and this block that makes a path. finally take flight in this area and do see the key and keyhole. And it just takes a little bit of belief for me to spend the next 24 minutes attempting to control the growing block path to finally finesse it up there, creating the perfect entryway in the secret keyhole that takes me to... It just shortcuts to the castle. Also, that ghost house gave me a Mamma Mia ton amount of lives. In Valley Bowser 3, there's cables, Koopas, and the floating Earth platforms have timers? Imagine actually having these platforms exist as a natural occurrence somewhere in the world. Valley of Bowser 4 introduces a new sport. What the fuck kind of sport is that? He has a shovel, and they're like rocks. Is he just digging? Is it dig ball? What are you playing? They look like volleyballs, but he's not playing volleyball. Also, I had to Google this to find out what sport they are playing, and they actually aren't even playing a sport. They're just digging up rocks. But the rocks aren't even deadly. Them standing still is what is deadly, apparently. After some persistence, I get back on the big ball defensive line and reach the goalpost. This level is red, which means that it has a secret exit somewhere. Which is hardly a secret, because it is right before the goalpost. The technique is to get the Yoshi at the beginning of the level and get it to the end so he can lick through the wall? I don't know how that realistically works. Anyways, it unlocks a star, don't worry about it. Pretend you don't know what that is. I know you know, and you know I know you know, but let's pretend we both don't know. And with that level complete, there is nothing left to do but to take on Bowser's casino. I mean castle. Castle. I said castle. There are multiple doors that take you into different themed rooms with different obstacles. Like room 1 is the inside of someone's digestive system after eating Taco Bell. Room 7 is a gargoyle shooting range, as in the gargoyles practice shooting at you. Room 4 is moving parkour with fireballs involved. And room 8 was me in PE class in primary school. I ultimately find the most success with room 4 and its simple parkour, and room 5, which is just a full sprint to avoid danger. I make it to the third section, which is a dark room with parkour and ninjas that will uppercut you. What I left out earlier after making way too many 9 Inch Nails references is that defeating Valley Fortress gives you a shortcut to the back door of Bowser's Castle, which just puts you in the third section of the castle. I did attempt this level earlier and successfully made it first try, and I actually attempted the final boss fight, and I say that with quotation marks around the word attempted.
I didn't think I'd be fighting Bowser this fast. Can I beat Bowser first try? If I beat him first try, then cool, I win. But if I lose, I gotta go the right way. I, for some reason, thought I hit him from below. Hard mode? Hard mode? That's fine. I didn't want to fight him yet.
However, even though I only entered the back door that one time and I played other levels afterwards, it still had a saved checkpoint for me in the back door, so every time I die, I actually reset in the back door room and can fight Bowser right away. And rather than have me talk about the final boss fight, why don't I just let you watch what happens? This is one of my favorite boss fights, though. I think it's just purely because it's nostalgic. It's also not that hard. But as a kid, it was fun. I wasn't wearing my 3D glasses, dang it. Oh. Does he move around? No, okay. My woman! Oh. Oh, I should have... I think I could spin jump on it. I wasn't ready. I was not ready. Let's try it. That backfired. Thank you. There we go. I need you to leave. Oh, that was way too close for comfort. Peach, where are you keeping these mushrooms? Oh, forgot about the bouncy bounce. I missed that jump up. Don't squish me. There we go. Is that it? No, because he has like an angry face. This is a tease. This isn't... Right? There's more to it, right? Isn't there? There's more to it. Hey. Is this it? Really? First attempt? Mario's adventure is over. Mario, the princess, Yoshi, and his friends are going to take a vacation. But we're in quarantine though. And just like that, I beat the fucking video game. Bowser stole my vacation buddy and my dog's kids, and I grabbed his toys and threw them at his head and crashed his car. Fuck you, buddy. And fuck you, Luigi, you weren't even there. Yeah! But I know what you're thinking. Hatched, this game isn't over. You haven't beat the game yet. There are still more levels. And you're right, because I have yet to recognize the fact that I somehow forgot to play Castle 7. And you know what? Yeah, I forgot the normal Forest of Illusion 3 exit. You're right. Oh, and the Cheese Bridge area had a secret area that I missed because you have to slit Yoshi's throat and sacrifice him to the bridge gods during a half moon just to take a dip into a lake full of Sprite. The gunpowder from these cannons is actually what makes Sprite spicy. Vanilla Secret 1 has a Secret 2, and it's just the regular exit. I sure did forget to complete some of these levels the normal way, didn't I? Like Donut Secret 1, same story, different book. You might be thinking, Donut Ghost House. I want you to keep thinking that. But now I have completed every level, that's not true, and Bowser himself. Game's finished, right? Nope, it's still not over. You think beating Bowser and saving the princess at the end of Mario? No. Those stars that have been popping up everywhere upon certain secret exit completions all lead to the Star World, a bonus world with some unique levels to play through. But you knew that already. I mean, who doesn't know that? This game's been out for 33 years. And if you comment that you didn't know that, I'll delete your comment and make myself right. Yeah, take that, nerd. I'm actually missing one more secret exit, which is the very first ghost house. Let me just climb up this vine and walk through this door and kill someone who was already dead. Okay, now the fun Star World levels begin. Back in 1999, if I wanted to play Minecraft, I had to play this level. It has blocks everywhere. You can break them, flip them, glitch down through them, or glitch up through them. There's also a spicy red Yoshi in this level. Star World 2 is a water level, which I know sounds like a sopping lame time, but you pick up this baby blue Yoshi who looks like a shoe and you feed him fish until... This is just like Digimon World Championship. I also have to sneeze. Gonna use a dirty napkin I use for pizza to wipe my nose. Cool. Anyways, you can continue feeding Yoshi more fish like these ones. These fish remind me of all my fans. Sleeping on my content. Ha! Once all the fish have accrued together into a solid formation in Yoshi's stomach, I anchor Yoshi at the bottom of the sea and head into Star World 3, where you can make Yoshi swallow floor and steal car. Star World 4, Yoshi eats people while they are alive. Fuck, Yoshi, damn. And Star World 5 is the only level that actually has some challenge to it. I have to parkour across falling platforms and then guide a block snake across a huge open gap as far as it can go within the allotted P button time, and then parkour across the heads of Koopas. Once I get across that, I can grab baby yellow Yoshi and then swallow more life forms, eventually make it to the end of the level, but the real exit of each of these Star Worlds is the secret exit. So I have to head backwards to find out where it actually could be, because I don't remember where this secret exit is. I check all the pipes and figure out it's somewhere out in the ravine where all those Koopas I had to jump across are. Can I call this section a ravine? I don't know. Is it a gorge? What is it? It's just a big open space. As I leap backwards, I realize I can only go so far. And as a last-ditch attempt to gain some information, I yeet baby Yoshi up, and I happen to hit a block with a piranha vine in it. I now know what must be done, but failure after failure ensues until finally... Oh my god. I just improvised that. I came up with the plan right there and then. Now, I know I haven't mentioned it in this video, but to complete Super Mario World, you have to get a 96 on the main menu screen. Not a 100, you have to get a 96. And the reason for that is because there are 96 exits in the game total. That's including secret exits and regular exits. So to technically complete the game, you have to hit 96. Now, if you've been counting every exit I've done, which I know you have, I am about 8 short, right? You did the math. It was at 8? I'm missing 8, right? That's because there's something special left for the gamers trying to get the most out of the Super Mario World experience. The Special Zone. I wanted to come back to my very first video game to relive this experience, but also because this set of levels always felt like a fever dream I had in the back of my mind. I'm pretty sure for a large portion of my life, I thought these levels weren't real and that I dreamt of them. But no, an extra zone with some of the most unique and challenging levels in the game exists for those who have persevered this far and explored enough of Dinosaur Land to find themselves here in space, between realities. The Quantum Zone? Are we inside of Yoshi's stomach? I don't know where this is. The first special level is called Gnarly. Gnarly is not very gnarly, unless this sound is considered gnarly. And this isn't gnarly either. Don't land on turtle, don't land on turtle. Why were you there? Anyways, there's some triple P going on, but I'm a 1P kind of guy, you know? Just kidding, I like PP. This course is called Tubular. It has fucking tubes up the fucking wazoo. In my memory, this has always been remembered as the hardest level I struggled with as a kid. I think I even at one point considered it to be an impossible level. I'm not even sure if I ever cleared it as a kid. You have to jump across pipes with chucks in the way trying to block you, hit a block with a pea-filled balloon, huff the balloon, and fly across a gorge with baseball throwing chucks, flying Koopas and fire flowers while also chaining other pea balloons. Fortunately, after 17 minutes I succeeded. Let's go, 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 let's go! I did it. Fucking did it on the first try. This level is titled Way Cool, but it's not, like, at all. It should be called Way Not Cool, actually. Yeah, it's uncool. This level is awesome, both in title and actuality. You get an early blue Yoshi, which will fly if you shove a turtle in its mouth, allowing you to fly across half the level. Although the flying is most helpful in the second half where there are parkour elements, if you get the star power, however, you can wipe out every enemy across the parkour course, and if you kill enough fish, you feed an Italian for life. What's groovy about Groovy is that you can get star power once again and just commit genocide. That's right, Mario, much like his grandfather Benito Mussolini, Mario is also a fascist in practice. Mondo? Who the fuck is Mondo? This level is all about... Just keep progressing, get as high as possible, get as high as possible without doing drugs. Outrageous. Outrageous. And after the outrageousness that was outrageous, I can finally play the final level in my Super Mario World playthrough. Funky. However, the only thing funky about Funky was this entire interaction. Come on, come on. I'm running out of time. Hello? 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 These are cheerleaders? What? Once you get past all the Chucks, Koopas, and Flying Koopas, all that's left to do is run across the final stretch of Funky, which has this message. You are a super player. That's right, I'm a super player. It's an irrelevant title like Pokemon Master, but I have achieved it. Completing Funky is also some sort of apocalyptic event that changes the color palette of the entire world and even reskins some of the enemies. But finally, after all of that, I have played every single level and completed the 96 exit playthrough. 92? Wait, there are 4 more exits somewhere in Dinosaur Land that I somehow missed? How can I say that I replayed and completed my first ever video game if I technically missed 4 exits? The only thing to do is to roam Dinosaur Land and look for clues off stream to find the missing exits. The first missing exit is kind of obvious. It's Star World 5. It needs to connect to Star World 1 to complete the shape of a star. Instead of taking a secret exit, I just need to make it to the end of the level. I was under the belief that every ghost house had 2 exits. However, I ended up doing a Google search and it taught me that there are 2 houses that don't have secret exits. That's Vanilla and the Chocolate Ghost House. Maybe it's because they're named after the least interesting ice cream flavors, so maybe the houses should be less interesting too. Forest Ghost House, however, did have a secret exit that I missed because the Forest of Illusion was misnamed and should have been called the Forest of Confusion. But that exit puts me at 94 exits completed and unlocks this path that I already had unlocked before. I know it was counterintuitive because I did a Star World level, left, and now I'm back in Star World, but I remember that in Star World 2, I only left by secret exit and not by the normal exit. Swimming to the end of the world grants me exit 95, leaving me with one last exit. However, the final exit is not that simple because I actually have not recorded or live streamed me playing the final exit yet. I felt that recording the final exit instead of streaming it would be a form of injustice to the first full live stream playthrough on my Twitch account, but I'm not going to click live just to play one level. That's just way too silly and way too much effort to put towards a level. It's kind of just absurd in my opinion. So instead, I created a channel reward on my Twitch account worth 9,600 yolk. That's what I call my channel points. And I titled it Top Secret. If someone were to redeem this, then in that moment, I'll drop whatever I'm doing on stream and complete the final exit right there and then to finally finish off the Super Mario World playthrough as well as this video. And finally, on March 20th, 2023, 2 years after I last streamed Super Mario World, the reward was redeemed.
Take that, little gingerbread man.
HatchedGeneration.
Yeah?
You are needed for a top secret mission.
Okay.
You must return back to the first video game you claimed to have completed on your Twitch channel.
Oh. Okay, Super Mario.
Intel has returned that the video game was not completed.
Uh-oh.
You must return back to Super Mario World immediately. Unlock the top secret area.
Oh, yeah.
Once this task is completed, you must produce a Super Mario World video for your YouTube channel. YouTube.com/HatchedGeneration. And you mustn't stream until after the video is uploaded.
Oh.
These are your tasks. Good luck. And remember to keep on cracking.
Well, sounds like I got a mission. There it is. Okay, okay, I got this. I got this. I forgot to play the game. Oh, first try. I'm a fucking gamer. I think I just run to the end. Oh, oh, it's down here. There we go. Okay. Actually, I was like, I haven't done this. I was like, I hope I don't like fuck it up somehow. Did I lose one? Did a ghost eat it? The final exit! So with that, the lie I've been living is over. Save. Go here. This is called Top Secret. It just has abilities and Yoshi. And I think that's quite literally all it has. And then you can just leave. 96 and it has a star. Best spend of 9.6k channel points. Super Mario World is done. It is officially done. I did it. And also it technically finishes my first like full-length like scripted YouTube video. Actually, this is literally the end to this video. Blip blip blip.